Now take a look what arrived today. That's right, it's the BKM 127W card for the BVM monitor, and it tends to be the BVM D series monitors. Yeah, I have no idea how the freak I managed to get myself one of these. It was just, you know, of miraculous nature, because these type of cards are so hard to get hold of. And I mean, of course it is used. I have to contact you know, broadcasting companies and, you know, companies that deal with broadcasting equipment and so forth, because, you know, of course this is not a consumer grade thing. Now what this is basically is an expansion card which allows for the use of Luma Chroma or S-Video, and also composite. Now just before I continue, I would like to say a big thank you to every single one of you who wished me a happy birthday. That was really sweet of you guys. So, you know, so thank you so much. I really appreciated that. It kind of warmed my heart. I also wish to say a big thank you to those of you who have complimented my channel and videos and have noticed my attention to detail. I see my videos as a form of art, and I make efforts to express aspects of myself through my videos, and it means a lot to me that many of you notice and appreciate this. Okay, so thank you so much for your suggestions on what systems you wish to see on the BVM. These are not all the systems which I'm going to try, these are just the ones which you requested. You know, somebody requested a Sinclair Spectrum toast rack because, you know, they struggled to use it on the BVM. And, you know, somebody requested a PS2 and Dreamcast, as well as PS3 and PS4, which kind of confused me because, you know, they're HDMI. I'm not sure why, how one would connect it to this. I also felt, you know, while I'm trying the PS2, why not just try the PSP also? Okay, so here is my BVM setup. And yeah, it looks a little prettier than, you know, the normal, the normal look a BVM or PVM has. Now, as you can see, I put a veil over it. And yeah, I know some of you are going to be like, but what about the vents? What about the overheating? And so forth. Yeah, don't worry, I've thought of it. I've thought of everything because I'm paranoid about the same things. Let me show you exactly what I've done. The first thing I did was stick 4 rubber feet around the air vents. The center part is where the heat mainly comes out. It's concentrated mainly in this center area. I get the marble tile here, marble or granite, both are actually good with absorbing heat. In fact, I've always used these as laptop coolers for years. They're way better than those fan coolers you can get. The reason why heat sinks have fins is to increase the surface area in order to dissipate heat better. It's the reason why you never see plain flat radiators or heaters. So since heat rises, I want to use the tile rough side up. There's kind of more surface area due to the roughness. There's also a gap under the tile due to the feet, so that the vents aren't blocked and the heat can escape, you know, via that way too. The veil which I've used is also very thin. It's actually a nice souvenir from my trip to Marrakesh, Morocco. So I don't use it as much because it fails to keep me warm. It's extremely thin and also to the point where you can see right through it. The veil doesn't cover anything. There is a gap at the back. The marble tile is exposed as well as some of the air vents, so the heat can escape. Now I had to raise this for a more comfortable viewing angle. I didn't want it to be too low. So there is a lot more happening under this veil than you think. Now I looked in the garage and I saw, you know, my original tower case for my my PC back then, and I still had it. It was still here with, you know, some of the stuff inside. So I just emptied that out and used that as a spacer. Now one thing good about this little space here is I can use it for storage of anything like this. Definitely not any magnetic media because there's like a huge friggin' speaker underneath it and CRT above it. So yeah, it's like death chamber. So yeah, the thing is it'll be good for peripherals like this, you know, controllers, keyboards, mice, so forth. And this way it looks prettier and goes a little more with the decor of my room. Admittedly, it's not so easy mixing a retro tech look with a classic Arabian look, but I've somewhat made it work out. Now the first system I'm gonna try is my beloved PlayStation. Now this is the very same one which, you know, I had since back in the day. I kept it, that's right. Not that much I've kept. I'm so glad I kept something. As you can see, my niece is already testing this one for me. She's been wanting to play the PlayStation for quite a few weeks. And yeah, finally she got the chance. After all, it is her childhood console. And she likes games like Tekken. While my niece is into Tekken, I'm into these kind of games. This is my favorite level of Crash Bandicoot Warped. Actually, one thing which I have noticed is a little bit of a streak. No, I'm not talking about that black streak that just cannot be helped, because the frame rate is just shy of 50 Hertz. And I think I missed some continue or something. Anyway, I will show you in a short while. Might as well just show you now. Right now, this version which I am playing currently is actually the original. Now I actually have a backup of this, which is a little different. Well, it's the same game, of course, but there is an issue with the CRTs and the camera capturing the CRT.
Sony Computer Entertainment America presents.
And of course, it's Sony Entertainment America this time.
Interactive Studios production.
So the screen rate has changed, it's not quite right. And that is also happening at the BVM, as you can see. There's one streak. Now, even if you change this to shutter speed 60, there still is a black streak scrolling. And it's quite distracting. So there's absolutely no way to film this with this copied game without there being a streak or a flash or something. Now do bear that in mind, that sometimes, just like this, you can see that scrolling light bar, and there's nothing that'll get rid of that. In this case, it's not the fault of the setup itself, nor is it the fault of the monitor. What did I just do? Nor is it the fault of the monitor. Actually, it could be the backup of the game that you're using, or you know what region the game is from. You know, this is like an American version of this. Well, this backup is an American version. So yeah, it's gonna have issues. Just thank goodness I have my European originals. What's with me? I cannot see that 480 60i, and change this to 575 50, right? So as I said, don't get frustrated at your setup. I just got frustrated for you. That's a little secret that I'll let out. I was pulling my hair out wondering what the freak is wrong with a white streak. Also notice one thing. The music on this is running just a touch slower. So yeah, that copy is NTSC. Now this is running off the BVM itself, so it's amazing. I've had a great time filming this, nostalgia time for the entire year on this BVM. Now next is the lovely little PSP. Now this is the only thing I bought after the PS1. And the reason why I got this was because I was told you can play Amiga games on it, as in put Amiga emulators on it and so forth, and I was just like, I want it, I have to have it, portable Amiga. So yeah, and the other thing which appealed to me was portable PlayStation 1 games, and that's pretty much it. The PSP library itself, I don't know, I'm not that much into 3D games, to be honest. Modern games don't interest me that much. It has to be something outstanding. Now, one of the games I'll be trying out on this is Mega Man Powered Up, and this was very kindly sent to me by my friend Rob. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's kind of nice to see a UMD again, because I've got everything on the card here. So next is indeed the PSP, and that is connected via component. Now, as you can see, it's a bit impractical. There's a cable going all the way right to the back of the freaking this, and it doesn't have much, you know, but you can have a nice game in front of it. So you gotta go in the settings here, go into your connected displays and just select the external. Yes, I do. Then that happens. To configure, yeah, it's RGB format, so we want to change it to, there we go. That's fantastic. So progressive, interlaced. Okay, I feel more flicker on this, definitely. Progressive. Flicker reduction off. Flicker reduction on, makes no difference. Actually, maybe it's on this. No, it's flicker reduction on, off. No difference. Let's change that back to progressive. 480, 60 pence. So, there's no band. Maybe it's just PlayStation issue only. Right, let's have a look. New style, old style. Let's go in old style first. I'm more tempted by this. I have to say, PSP looks freaking amazing on this. I'm gonna try another game after this. I don't know what the freak I'm doing, to be honest. Lambda Calculus knows. He's a Mega Man freak. What Mega Man is to Lambda Calculus, Crash Bandicoot is to me. Ah! Turn it. Stupid freaking helicopters. Oh, stupid thing. No! Freaking have that. Idiot. Don't freaking kiss at me, you stupid red things. It's a freaking... Go away! Okay, so let's try a new style now. Let's go with AC. I don't know what I'm doing, that's why. He's not Mega Man without his blue suit. He's just man. He needs the blue suit to be Mega Man. I have to admit, the first time I read that, I read it as Dr. Willy. Not my fault. Blame the dyslexia, you stupid freaking portable kissers. No, these are the kissers. Let's just kill this boss and we'll try a different game. Just to kind of like see. Cool. Ah! How though? Okay. Another game which I have not played before, clearly. But whoa! Ah! No! No! Clearly I have not played this before. So as I was just about to say, another game I've not played before, but I found it on my memory card. I remember seeing it! Oh, I like that sunshine. I remember seeing it and... Ah! Am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. Thank you. Screw you! How am I supposed to... I found it on my memory card. Ooh, that's nice. And I think this is the very reason why I chose it. Because I like the freaking sunshines. The nice lens flare and the sunshine feeling. Which when I saw it on YouTube. Because to be honest, I struggle with modern games. I don't know what's good to play, what's not, what I'm gonna like, what I'm not gonna like. So I tend to just go on YouTube and just sometimes go around looking at freaking stupid, looking at games like top best games for, you know, so forth or whatever. And you freaking and you know, the ones that look nice, let's just try them out. Oh! Why does everything have to be a stupid slow motion? Select reset to track. What? It's like all the crashes have to be in slow motion. It's like it has to remind you that you're so bad. Guess let's give this a go. Looks very nice. I played this last time in the PVM. I was wondering which one it was. Was it this or was it Pulse? What the freak? Oh, that's beautiful. It's like an aquarium. Do you know something? When I look at games, I look at the atmosphere, how it makes me feel. And I kind of go by that. It's just beautiful. I love beautiful, aesthetically beautiful games. Like sunshine, nice skies, nice background, stuff like this. What the freak? Who was that? Ah, maybe you can... It's like a Crash Team Racing kind of thing. That you can, you know, lay bombs or something, or mines or whatever. Shows my experience, doesn't it? Oh, it's a bit like Crash Team Racing. I want to get a good position at least. 5 out of 8. This is not that good. Come on. What? Ah! Mines! That's what she said. I was wondering, what did she say? And I crashed into them. This is just like Crash Team Racing. No! Mines! Where are they? Okay, somebody else crashed into them. How do you lay weapons? Whatever, no. 4 out of 8. Okay, at least. Oh, darn it! Come on, come on. I gotta beat. Move out of my way. Move out of my way. No! How dare you? No! Come on! I want to get third. Third. Darn it. Idiot didn't let me. Okay, now let's move on to the next system here. I'm gonna get carried away with this. As you can see on the PVM, for some reason it's not... Okay, it's just to do with some freaking sync thing going on. It's some setting. I've had this work well on this. Actually, it might be... Let me just... It might actually be settings to do with... Yes, that's the one. So interlaced works on this. Now the next console here is another which has been requested for a tryout, and I have to thank James O'Hara for this one. He donated it to me. I saw it in the store when it first came out, and I was quite impressed with it. But I had PlayStation was my final one, and as I said, I'm not into 3D games so much, so it didn't appeal to me in the sense of I want to buy one, but it did look good. So, my curiosity about it increased a little more in these recent times. I decided to get some accessories for this. Firstly, a really nice Japanese controller. I have to say, with regards to the Dreamcast, I really love the controllers. They're just so ergonomic, they fit in the palm of your hand, and they just feel good when holding them. They just feel amazing. Now next, I managed to find some really fancy style VMUs, which I was told I needed, but I saw these and I jumped at them. They were going for quite a decent price, so I thought before they get expensive, as everything will end up getting expensive. Now the next thing which I quickly wish to talk about is the actual cable itself. Now there is so much on eBay Dreamcast RGB cables. You know, there's really cheap ones, so forth. And you know, I got one of them at first. It was not RGB. I mean, a lot of them, they have RGB written, but they're not RGB. Now on one that is not a proper RGB, some of these pins are going to be missing. One that is a proper RGB, all the pins are going to be full. Well, at least that's from my experience anyway. Now this one is the second cable I got, and this cable is excellent. You know, the picture is not blurry or anything like this. It's actually a crisp picture with this one. Just to share which one I got, the one which is boxed Innovation. Now that's the one which is a true RGB cable. Right, so the Dreamcast, I am not fully sure if this is RGB or component. My guess is component. Okay, so yeah, my guess is component. Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, number 3 is already set to component. One thing I noticed about the Dreamcast, it's loud. Now there are 3 European games here, as you can see from the cases. There is one Japanese one, which is one of my favorites, Res. I love this game because it's visually stunning. Yeah, and I have here, now this one is a very rare indie game. On this, I'm gonna leave these 3. I'm gonna try both Res and Gunlord. Now hear the very loud Dreamcast. Hear it. Hear it. It's freaking loud. So since Res is a Japanese game, beautiful cover, love it. Since Res is a Japanese game, it needs a boot disk. There I got it. So, this is a Utopia boot disk. Lets you play Japanese games. That's a lot of air coming out of there. Lets you play Japanese games. So, please insert CD. Take this out. But what is in there? Okay, let's begin. I'm not going to keep you too close. Now the graphics here and some of the sound effects actually remind me of Captain Blood and the Amiga. Now this is available on the PlayStation 2, but it's actually, I think it's imported from here, the Dreamcast. It was here first. And apparently it doesn't look as good on the PS2 as it does on here. I've never tried it myself. Yeah, this definitely reminds me of Captain Blood. The landscape. I'm pretty sure there's some inspiration from this. I noticed the little details. I've always been that way. Uh-oh. I missed a lot. Too busy talking. Ooh, level 6. Wow, they're level 9. So, excuse the words, you cannot read them. That's one thing that's a real issue with this. You can see it's interlaced. Okay, well, you know, that's the cue to move on to the next game. But I've beat this boss before though. Now let's put in Gunlord. My goodness, it's so low. Let's take the arcade mode. Now this game is what made me want the Dreamcast. I absolutely love the music, and of course, you recognize this, don't you, you Amiga users? The music is beautiful. I wonder where this game got its inspiration from. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful in BVM. It's gorgeous. I love the colors in it too. Freak is this thing? Wherever it is like pooing down arrows. Freak are you? I have to say, I really, you stupid freak! Forgot about that. I have to say, I really love the game controller, the pads of the you stupid idiot, of the Dreamcast. It's just so ergonomic. It feels so comfortable holding it and using it. No! Forget about this. Yeah, I'll just leave you to guess, you know, where this game got its inspiration from. Nah, I'll tell you exactly where it got inspiration from. It's freaking Mario Brothers, isn't it? It's just Mario Brothers. Yep, definitely Mario Brothers. Collected. Now this video ended up being absolutely enormous. Yes, I was filming for like 7 hours straight. No exaggeration. So I've decided to split it into 2 parts. There is the card installation and more system tests upcoming in the next part. So be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks so much for your likes, your shares. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and do subscribe for more. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Also, a big thank you goes to my patrons and those who have donated to me. Do check the description below for their websites and YouTube channels. For now, I will say adios.